It's a wonderful piece. Where is this?
Got any new work?
I do. This piece right behind you.
Okay. What is it?
It's a copy of a piece that I've done before. It's a commission for a client in Missouri. So it's basically they wanted to buy the original. The original was sold by the time they wanted to get there, and so I'm repeating it. But it's called Gale. It's 4 feet by, I want to say 13 feet. So a wide panel, kind of panorama, and it's light and dark and a movement of light almost like wind, and it's in lots of little bits and pieces and fragments. It's really fun to work on. So it's fun to repeat the painting because you see it in a different way than you did the first time. Because I'm not working out the composition. That's already been figured out by me of 2 years ago. But I still have to work out some other problems of how to get there.
Like what?
Just sort of retracing my steps, but from who I am now as opposed to who I was then. But it's still really fun. It's really fun because it's kind of throws you back into where I was when I painted it the first time. It's a weird kind of memory gap, I guess. Or leap, not gap. It's a leap. Connection. Really, although it looks like it's close to being done, I'm really only about 50% of the way through because of all the little things that I have to do to change it, to make it just right.
Alright. You say you're gonna learn today. Alright.
Really, I guess what I'm looking at is kind of the question, or I'm basically asking the question, what beauty is, as opposed to, I think what we think of it is the way that I paint portraits or people isn't necessarily flattering, especially when it comes to women, because I'm not the kind of artist that really paints soft and blends my paint. And so I like them to look raw, I like them to look natural, but not necessarily pretty. And so I think it goes back to when you look at something from, let's say, Manet and some of his portrait work or some of his figurative work that was very, what was that, Olympia? And that was really a controversial piece back then, and it defined, I think, a beautiful woman. How is that different today with what I'm painting? And so the process of my work, I have a palette where I put down all my different colors, and I use a lot of house paint and dip right out of there. But I like to blend on the canvas, on the surface, rather than on my palette. I typically will grab a brush and get one color, another color, mix them while I do a particular brush stroke. That's what you can see with some of these. And go and try to stretch that as far as possible before I actually rinse it out, before it gets too murky and too muddy. but I'm definitely a process painter. It's messy, but I wouldn't have it any other way, I suppose.